being brought up here, when I compare myself to some of my family members, I wouldn't say I would be seen as your typical, you know, Pakistani girl. And I think that is due to the fact that I've been raised up in this country.
Well, I try to spread awareness about mental health with women of ethnic minority, because things like postnatal depression with women after they've given birth, it's not really talked about, especially in Asian communities, I find. So these women go on without getting any help, and there's been cases where women end up killing their own children, especially I find with a lot of Tamil women.
I think that there definitely is restrictions, and that's because of the way that Muslims have been portrayed in this country, and mainly people focusing on the negative, which I would say revolves around terrorism, you know, being racist, just the stereotypical roles that we are known to, terrorism being one of the biggest one. I feel that so much is focused on the negative side of it, and less of it is focused on the positive side of it, which doesn't portray us in the correct way, so we can't act ourselves.
I find a lot of people don't really know much about Sri Lanka other than just the Tamil Tigers, which is a rebel group. But in Sri Lanka there's many ethnic groups. There's the Tamils, the Sinhalese, and then you've got Burghers, you've got the Sri Lankan Muslims, which come from the Moors. So there's so many different influences from Sri Lanka that people don't know here. I find that people mainly know a lot about the Tamils in the UK.
There is places in the UK that make you feel as if you are at home, so you can complete the correct procedure in the correct way. However, it will never be the same to if you were back home, because it just feels like everything is just there, it's easy access, and your family's there, it's just easier, and it's more stressful over here.
Obviously food is a massive aspect, especially with Asian food, Sri Lankan food, it's the spices. Music is actually quite influenced. Sri Lanka has a very rich heritage. It's got a huge colonial past. They were colonised by the Dutch, the Portuguese and the British.
I love everything. Samosa, pakora, biryani, chicken curries, chicken kormas, lamb dishes, vegetable dishes, papadoms, mango chutney, everything. It's delicious.
Well, there is lots of aspects. There's many festivals, like a lot of Tamils from Sri Lanka will be Hindu, so they will celebrate a lot of the Hindu festivals that many Indians do celebrate. But then there's also a coming of age festival amongst all Sri Lankans, the Tamil ethnic group and the Sinhalese ethnic group celebrate, where girls, once they become of age, they will have a big celebration where a lot of family and friends will be invited, and they'll get a lot of gifts and money. And it is a very big celebration. It's almost as big as a wedding in some cases.
You should always be yourself. You should never try to be something that you're not. And if you've been brought up a certain way, maybe you feel vulnerable in a situation, you shouldn't necessarily beat yourself up about it, because you're not in the wrong. And I think you should just be yourself and just be happy.